Hey there, and welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're going to explore a really fun little story. It's called The Mischievous Ducklings.
That's right. It's all about this duck, Daisy, and her five super curious ducklings.
Okay, so picture this. Willow Pond. Usually it's, nice and calm, right? But then come these little bundles of energy, zigzag, zip zap, and the littlest one, Soup. He's got this funny little echo in his quack.
Yeah, and they're not like trying to be bad.
Yeah.
And well, they really, really want to know what's what.
Totally. Curiosity overload.
Exactly. And right away, there's a little bit of a problem brewing. Daisy tells them, "Stay in the shallow water, little ones. No exploring."
Yeah.
So what do you think happens next?
Uh-huh. You guessed it. The Great Duckling adventure begins almost immediately. First thing, they wiggle under a fence. Can you just imagine 5 tiny ducklings tiptoeing through a field of, bright tulips?
Oh, it's adorable. And then they do something really funny. They actually get a ride on a frog.
A frog? Seriously?
Yeah. The story says he was a bit surprised, but he went along with it. Now, each duckling had something specific they wanted to see. Zig was hoping for yummy snacks in the barn.
Naturally. Snacks are important.
Right. And Zoop, little Zoop thought there might be a wizard goose nearby.
A wizard goose. Okay, that's imaginative. So they head to the barn.
Yep, the barn. And that's where things get extra exciting.
Yeah.
Picture them sliding down these big piles of hay wheat.
Sounds like fun.
Oh, yeah. And then they found a water trough and turned it into a giant bubble bath. But, and all the fun. A rooster accidentally got stuck
Stack hack.
to a rubber boot with some glue.
Oh, no. Glue.
Yeah. And there are these great little lines like when Zip just goes, oops, and then Zap adds a double oops. You can just imagine their little surprised duckling faces.
Oh, dear. Double loops, indeed. Meanwhile, back at the pond, Daisy must be worried.
Yeah, she realizes her little ones are gone.
Mm.
Then she sees something really strange bits of hay floating up near the farm.
Ah, a clue.
A big clue. So Daisy starts following the trail. And get this, it's a trail of little duck footprints, some fluffy feathers, and even peanut butter.
Peanut butter. How did that get involved?
Who knows? It must have been a very messy adventure.
So she follows this wacky trail to the barn.
And there she finds them. Zig, Zag, Z-I-P, Z-A-P, Zoo-O-P, caught right in the middle of their bubble bath.
Busted.
Totally busted.
Ah.
And little Zoop tries to explain, smooth things over.
Mm-hmm.
He says, we were just learning that roosters don't like glitter.
Glitter, too. Oh, my. He had the best intentions, maybe.
Maybe. But Daisy doesn't yell or anything. She just gives them the look.
Ah, the look. Yeah, we know that one.
Exactly. Then the ducklings try to explain themselves. But you always say we should explore.
That's fair. Kids have good points sometimes.
Right. And that's when Daisy teaches them something really important. She says being curious is wonderful, but, it also has to go with being responsible.
Responsibility, yeah.
And asking first. Always ask first. The little ducklings just kind of blinked like, oh, like they were really thinking hard about this new idea.
So did the lesson sink in?
It seems like it. They decided to make things right. They all worked together to carefully unstick the poor rooster.
Good for them.
And they swept up the barn. They even found and returned a goat's sunglasses that somehow got mixed up in the mess.
A goat's sunglasses. This story has everything.
Right. And they made this special card that said, sorry we made a duck mess. They decorated it with lots of sparkly things and snacks.
Ah, sparkles and snacks. That's a good apology. What did Farmer Finley say?
Well, Farmer Finley saw all the commotion, but he thought it was kind of funny, actually. He said they were a handful, but a helpful handful in the end.
Ah, a helpful handful. I like that. So back to the pond.
Yep, back at Willow Pond, they told everyone about their big adventure.
Mm-hmm.
And even after all that, Zoop still kind of wondered about that wizard goose.
Some ideas just stick, huh?
Definitely. And now the story says the ducklings still explore, but they always ask Daisy first and maybe use a little less glitter.
Probably a good idea. So what are the big takeaways here for our listeners?
Well, it seems like the big things are being curious is great, but you got to be responsible too,
Right. Curiosity and responsibility.
Exactly. And it's okay to make mistakes. We all do. But trying to fix them is really important.
Making amends. Good lesson.
And asking for permission or help. That's actually smart and respectful. It's not about not exploring, just doing it the right way.
Yeah, asking first is key.
For sure. And even little ducklings who make, really big messes can learn to make better choices.
That's a hopeful message. So, a final thought for everyone listening. If you were a super curious duckling, what kind of things would you want to explore?
Ooh, good question.
Just remember what Daisy said. Remember to ask first.